in the summers, when we do any kind of physical exercise, we sweat a lot. Like this person. See, he's sweating profusely. Now what happens is, when we do any kind of activity, then glucose in the cells, they convert to form energy known as ATP, and this ATP is utilized by the cells to perform its function, and also heat is generated. And this process is known as cellular metabolism. Now, this heat is released through the sweat. So the sweat comes to the surface of the skin through these pores which have hairs. Now, when the sweat comes to the surface, it gets evaporated. So the sweat takes the heat along with it, thus giving a cooling sensation on our skin. Now, during the winters, we don't feel hot at all. We feel very cold, and even if we do the same amount of work, we do not sweat at all. But cellular metabolism is happening even then, and heat is being generated. So what does the heat do? Well, the heat generated due to cellular metabolism tries to keep the body temperature normal. It prevents the body temperature from dipping too low. Now, you must have also noticed that during the winters, your skin becomes palish or whitish. See, like this man. The skin has turned palish. But in the summers, small amount of physical work can turn your skin very red. Look at this man. He is sweating and his skin has turned reddish. What is the reason? Well, let us see what happens in the normal condition at room temperature. See, blood is flowing through these blood vessels at a pressure. So the plasma oozes out of the blood vessels, and this plasma is utilized by the cells to perform their functions. The plasma is enough for the cells to perform their function. There is no excess plasma being formed. Now let us see what happens during the summertime, when we sweat a lot and we turn reddish. Well, during the summers, what happens is the blood vessels dilate. That is, they increase in diameter. So obviously there will be a greater amount of blood flow. And if there is a greater amount of blood flow, greater amount of plasma will ooze out into the cells. The cells will utilize this. And the excess amount of plasma will be poured into this hair follicle by the sweat glands, and it will be excreted out on the surface of the skin. Now this sweat that has come out on the surface of the skin will evaporate, taking away the heat along with it, thus giving a cooling sensation. Now notice another thing. These blood vessels, they dilate and they come towards the surface of the skin. And there is a greater amount of blood flow as well. So that is why the skin turns reddish, and also since the blood vessels are towards the skin, so greater amount of heat will be lost by conduction, convection and radiation. So this is the body's mechanism to liberate all the heat during summers. And this is known as vasodilation. Dilation because the vascular or the blood vessels, which means vaso, the blood vessels dilate. Now the reverse happens in winter because the body needs to retain as much heat as possible. So let us see what happens during the winter. see the blood vessels carrying the blood constrict. That is, they become narrower. Now, if they become narrower, then obviously less amount of blood will flow. Now, if there is less amount of blood flowing, then less amount of plasma is oozing out into the cells. Now, the plasma that is oozing out is just enough for the cells to utilize this to perform their own function. There is no excess plasma that can be taken up by the sweat glands or excreted by the sweat glands into the hair follicle. So there is no sweat secretion on the surface of the skin. So there is no sweat that is getting evaporated, or there is no cooling sensation. So this is body's one way to retain the heat. Now also notice the blood vessels have constricted and it has come below the surface of the skin. So one thing that happens is, because of the decreased blood flow, the skin becomes palish or whitish. And another thing is, since it comes below the surface of the skin, so lesser amount of heat is lost by conduction, convection, and radiation. So the body heat is retained in the body. So this is the body's natural mechanism to retain heat during winters, and it is known as vasoconstriction. Vaso means vessels, and constriction means the contraction or the narrowing down of these blood vessels. So the body regulates its heat by vasodilation and vasoconstriction. Vasodilation happens in the summer when a person sweats a lot because of vasodilation. That is, increase in the diameter of the blood vessels. So there is greater amount of plasma oozing out, which is more than enough than what the cells can utilize. So the excess is getting excreted out as sweat, and when the sweat evaporates, it gives a cooling sensation to the body during the summers. Now during the winters, we don't sweat because of vasoconstriction. That is, the blood vessels constrict, so there is lesser amount of blood flow. So there is lesser amount of plasma that is oozing out. So there is no sweat secretion on the skin surface. So there is no sweat that can be evaporated. So there is no cooling sensation, which is required during the winters. We don't need any more coolness in the body. We need to retain as much heat as possible. So these are the body's two most natural mechanisms to regulate heat.